Okay, this is Fulton Cards here. This is my first break, sort of on YouTube. I've never done it before. So what I got here is a 2016-17 Series 1 hockey upper deck tin. And these usually are decent value, although I had opened one earlier and didn't get much. What we're looking for, of course, is the Austin Matthews, who's lighting it up even in the playoffs. Typically, I don't know, these tins tend to be good. There tend to be some nice inserts in it. Typically, they're not expensive, although the price has gone up over the last couple of years. I wouldn't spend more than, $35 American, 40 Canadian on it. I did pay 27 American for this, which is actually a decent price to sort of go for the hits. I do, by the way, have a collection of the Goalie Nightmares already. The complete set. You can also get these online. They also come in the Upper Deck Series 1. They also have the Super Colossals, which I have. And there are also Upper Deck Portraits, of which I actually have the set from Series 1 and Series 2 already. But what I'm looking for is the Austin Matthews, because I haven't gotten it. I don't know whether I'll get it, but I'll try. So let's try opening it up. Let's see, there should be, I think, Young Guns averaging 1 per 4 packs. I think there's only 10 packs in this box, with 2 bonus packs, perhaps, as it states on the container, and there's an oversized one. So let's see what we get. The tins themselves are nice, although I just happen to scrape mine. Let's see what we got. So right off the bat, I just pulled the, where are we here? I just pulled the Condon Winter Classic, because he's the one who played, I think Carey Price was injured last year. So that's a nice card, as I am a Montreal Canadiens fan. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay. Base of Zetterberg, base, and I have gotten the Arturi Lehkonen, so that works out very well for me. That makes me very happy. I did not have his rookie card, and he's having a great year. He's been playing well at both ends, and he's precocious, but he's done well in the playoffs too. He's been very solid, so that's nice. Some base, and here's a canvas of Mark Scheifele. It's a pretty nice card. I'm already happy with this tin because I got one of the few Young Guns that I would be looking for. See what else we got. Thomas Tatar, Dougie Hamilton, and here we have a Vladimir Tarasenko Upper Deck Portrait, so that's also a very nice insert. Quite a few inserts, considering, when you go to the hobby boxes and so on, for $100, you don't necessarily get your money's worth. So I'm just separating out my hits. So far, so good. Again, it's a matter of sort of taste, because if you're a Leafs fan, you want Leaf hits. As a Habs fan, obviously, we don't have many draft picks. That's one of the problems with being perennial playoff contenders. And the Leafs and the Oil should be there for a long time now. So they are the rookies we'd be looking for. We would have over the last couple of years for the Oilers. Another one, here's Justin Falk, Upper Deck Portraits. And some base. But these tins are nice. I mean, the tin itself is sort of a sweet thing to keep cards in. It's well worth it. Sam Bennett. Got Josh Morrissey, Young Guns. Once again, I didn't separate it out. You can tell it's my first break. What else have we got? You can see that's Nate Beaulieu. Got Landeskog, Backstrom, mostly base here. Wilson, these are all base. Now, if you want to buy the entire base set as opposed to the Young Guns, those you can get if you are that type of collector. In other words, the 1 through 200, and then for the Upper Deck Series 2, it would be, what is it? It would be 250 through 4, I guess. You can do that, and it only costs if you buy them online. So this is the whole point. The whole point is breaks are a bit tough because you really don't know what you're going to get. You pay a lot of money for them. If you want something particular, if you buy it online, chances are, well, you'll get it because you're bidding on it, and you'll bid at your price point and either get it or wait for the next time for it to come around. But if you look for particular cards on eBay, it's much better and more targeted, and you don't go through the chase of spending hundreds of dollars looking for a particular card when you can just buy that card straight off for $100 or whatever, $50. Same goes for the sets, and an entire base set only goes for about $10 online, and it probably even trends down over time in terms of value. So it's not always the best thing to buy these tins unless you can get them again at the right price point. The hobby boxes, of course, give you more hits than the retail packs, but even that, it depends on the product. Usually the blasters are sort of the worst, of the ones that you can find at Walmart. And by the way, I did buy this box off of Walmart online for that $27 price point. It's a base. It's a base. Okay. I'm going to have to resolve the distance on these. As I said, it's my first break, so this is not doing this particularly clear for the viewer. And what else do we have here? These are all base. So after a bunch of hits, I've basically gotten all base, which is kind of the luck of the draw. It means all my good cards are at the top. Some people have noted that particular Young Guns come with particular Young Guns, so once you see the right one, you will ultimately get the one hit that you're looking for a few cards later. Wow, I have just gone like 5 packs without base, with only base. Here's hoping for a hit in the last one or two. I'm cool with the Condon and the Lehkonen, I can tell you that much. You know, I don't know what the chances are of getting halves when there really aren't that many halves in the sort of in the first round, second round, good draft picks or whatnot. But the ones I got were good ones, still in the NHL, so that's a good sign. Base, here we have a Young Guns, and it's Alan Quine. I don't actually know him. And one last pack. As mentioned, I am happy, but I'm happy because I got my Lehkonen. Although I'm sure you can get them for only a couple of dollars online, and that was my earlier point, which is instead of fishing for a Matthews, you can just buy it online, although he is really expensive right now. Probably in the $200 range. Oh, I got a Shining Stars of Nikita Kucherov. I don't have many Shining Stars from this year. As I showed you before, I have the Colossals, and I have the Goalie Nightmares, and I have the Upper Deck Portraits, but I don't have these, so that's a nice set too. Okay, so that's the set. That would be the entire tin. Not great, but not terrible for a Habs fan, because I got Condon, which is really nice. And that's a jumbo. So that's a pretty good one. And I think it's his second year card. Then a Shining Star. Morrissey, not the best Young Guns, but Justin Falk. Arturi Lehkonen, which is awesome. Mark Scheifele and Tarasenko. So if you look at it, so this is a tin of 10 packs plus 2 bonus packs. What I ended up with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, plus the jumbo, which isn't terrible for $27. Not great, but not terrible. So this is Fulton Cards, and I just wanted, at the end of every break, I'm just going to go through a couple of old school cards just for the fun of it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the it would have been 1980-89. So Gretzky's rookie year was 79-80 with the famous blue cards, and it was also Ken Dryden's last year within the NHL. Well, that year, the year after Gretzky's rookie year, the two of the biggest rookies happened to be Ray Bourque and Mark Messier. So those would be 2 cards that you'd be looking for in that year. These aren't in great condition. They're in very good condition. But I've had these since my childhood. And if you want to buy the set, you probably can get the set for even $100, $150 for the entire set. Although one card that might, besides these 2 cards, which you can probably get at a decent price if you wait online and are patient, the other card to get would be Gretzky's second year card, which has some value. This is an interesting card because look, it is miscut. That probably actually makes it unique and probably makes it a 1 of 1 or a 1 of 5. I'm sure there were some pretty bad cuts back in those years when things were a little bit more manual. But those would be the cards that you'd be looking for that year. I could tell you the entire lot of rookies, but those are the ones I just happened to pick out and happen to have with me here at Fulton Cards today. Always worthwhile. It's one of the safer things to do if you're going to, do breaks and buy, buy tins and buy hobby boxes and is to think about buying the individual cards you want online, as mentioned earlier, and also buying older cards because those don't reduce in value. Their value holds as it's been established over years. And the early 80s was a good time for cards because of Gretzky, because of the likes of Grant Fuhr, because of the likes of Messier, of course, and Mario. And Patrick Waugh for that matter. So the 70s and 80s cards that you buy will always retain the value. Of course, the ones to stay away from are the 90s, which you can get super, super cheap because they were mass produced. But that's it for me. And thank you for hanging with me on my first ever break online.